on social media, I think. I'm pretty sure that this dude is like the most followed guy.
It's my new girlfriend.
I don't know who you could possibly be talking about. It could be anyone in LA who's a big YouTuber with loads of YouTube friends who's really relevant right now. It could be any of them. Especially when you put their name in the tags. Yeah, I mean, you've kind of given it away there. No, I have no issue with people calling people out for stuff like this. In fact, unfortunately enough, I have been in that position myself way too many times this year, and it is a problem. It's a serious problem that YouTubers are abusing their power with their fans or just people around them. And apparently in some cases, the age doesn't even matter. And this is a regular occurring thing that we've seen throughout the years on YouTube, since before it was a big thing. In the British YouTube scene, so many, and I mean so many people have been exposed. And the fact there are people I've been friends with who I could put under that name is incredibly disappointing and honestly just deeply sickening. So when I see videos like these, they interest me because I would like to know who to avoid. I don't want to end up being around any of these people, let alone end up being friends with them. So when you do a full 12-minute video about a story that isn't about you, that is about your friend, and then you don't even mention the YouTubers' names, you're not protecting anybody from future harm. It comes across as incredible clickbait with a title like this. And then when you end up just putting their name in the tags for views anyway, or even an unrelated YouTuber, you begin to encounter loads of problems. Number one, could it be Jake Paul? That's who you'd assume it is, because that's the name that's been put in the tags. You see, there's a problem here, because now I'm assuming that two social media stars may or may not be rapists. Drama Alert ran a story on it, and credit to them, they actually covered this quite well, actually. So, big ups Daniel. Figuring out that she put the names of the YouTubers in the tags, which any other YouTuber would have checked anyway, just to try and figure out who she was talking about. Ironically enough, she replied to this, saying Keem is wrong just because they're in the tags. She then goes on to say this.
Hey guys, it's Clarissa, and I'm back at it again today with a new video about everything that has gone on online because things have kind of blown up really fast over my last video. So I just want to clear the air on a few things and address a few things that have been said about me. To Keemstar, who seems obsessed with making this way more drama-filled than it ever should have been, I'm not accusing you of rape through putting you in the tag, and I'm not accusing you of rape through putting you in the title. I'm just trying to reach your audience to let them know that what you told them is not the truth. Just like by putting Jake and Cameron in my tags, I was trying to reach their audience because their audience is young girls who I wanted to hear my message about what happened to me and about what happened to my friend, so that hopefully we can raise awareness for these problems and these things that happen to girls all around the world every single day. And you, Keemstar, are the one who started all of this about those tags. Those tags were never meant to be anything except a way to reach a larger audience and raise awareness of this problem. I did not mean to accuse Cameron. I did not mean to accuse Jake. Logan and Ricegum are not involved in this as well, and I wanted to clear the air on that and make sure that you guys know that. Also, I wasn't tagging them for views. I was tagging them so that my video would be seen by the right people.
Oh, so they weren't in there for views, they were there to get to the correct audience, right? The right people, she says. So I'm guessing she means young teenagers, but it doesn't really matter if it gets to the young teenagers, because if you don't tell them who it is, how are they meant to know who to avoid? It's incredibly unfair to blame somebody else's journalism on the fact that you called a bunch of people out in the most mysterious way possible with incredible clickbait for views. With such a term like rape, that's a hard one. That's a hard-hitting key term you're using there. One not to be taken lightly if the proof isn't there. You know, at least let a YouTuber admit they've done it in text messages first before you decide that they are a rapist. That's normally a pretty good place to start. Allegedly. Always use the word allegedly as well. It's a pretty good cop-out. I'm not denying that this is a huge issue. In fact, I've made multiple videos on it. But when you start using a situation like this for a fucking story time video, then we've gone too far as a society on this website. These people should be held accountable for what they've done, and people should know what they've done and who they are, because they shouldn't be allowed to carry on creating and garnering an audience of people who they could then use to abuse. A lot of people don't understand why people get outed, which was very confusing to me. A lot of people were like, oh, well, if they've done this, just leave them alone, like they've done it. But I don't think people realise, when you give somebody like that an audience of millions of people, if you don't try and rip it away from them, they'll just use it like fish in a barrel. Oh, I really want to get with a fan today who I could easily manipulate into doing whatever I want and then abuse. Why don't I just throw a spear into my millions of subscribers and pick one of the teenage girls that has me as their profile picture on Twitter? If you let people carry on abusing the power they've been given, they will abuse it, and they tend to not stop. Look at Austin Jones. He was allowed to carry on. He was allowed to come back to YouTube after an apology, because everybody knows if you apologise for one of these things, you're no longer a rapist. In fact, if you rape someone and apologise, well, you're better than the bloke who didn't apologise, so you're all good in my book. At least he apologised. At least he said sorry for fucking those kids. Wait, but he may be 25 and she may be 4, but you know, age difference doesn't matter, it's just a number. Oh, she said no. Oh, but I would love to be with this YouTuber, therefore it's okay. How could you complain if this YouTuber raped you? He's so good looking. She's probably just lying anyway. That's the type of stuff that lets people get away with all of this shit that they're pulling. And it's not hard to get away with it. And it doesn't help when you water down these type of videos with a video like this. Anyway, it's a subject that I'm pretty fucking passionate about, because it's caused me a lot of grief over the last year, and it's been consistent as well. The amount of YouTubers I've run into who have done despicable things, the amount of people I've befriended who turned out to be not the friend that I assumed they were, is way too high. And it is definitely a YouTube problem, because it's very fucking common in this hemisphere. Denounce the people by name and provide as good evidence as you possibly can, and everything is fine. Don't clickbait it for a YouTube video. Well, thanks for watching this video. Hopefully you guys are alright. Don't worship YouTubers, for one. That's a pretty good start. Don't admire us. Just be like, oh, well, he made a funny YouTube video. Maybe he rapes people. Alright, I wouldn't go that far. But you know, be careful. Just because I've uploaded a few videos to the internet doesn't mean I don't have the power to be a terrible human being. And apparently, that's a pretty concurring theme. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out, people. Have a good day.